great day today. All right, today is a Wednesday in my household and Wednesday in your household. Happy day to you. I hope your day is going well. Hopefully you woke up, got some good, much needed rest. I know this Wednesday is a whole lot different than my last Wednesday. I was feeling very drained and tired due to sickness in the home, but this week we are all better. But we're also at the end of the month. I know it's the beginning of the month because I film a week later, but we are at the end and we are gathering fragments once again. I do have some freezer meals still made, which in the freezer, which is awesome. I could just grab a bag out and use it, which I will this week because I have a couple days where we're busy. But for today, in today's vlog, I'm gonna make some meals for today and for tomorrow, which is good because tomorrow's another filming day for me, and I'll be busy. So I thought, you know what, I will make a couple meals for the next couple days and share with you and hopefully give you some inspiration and some ideas to share. So, all right, we're gonna have a good day today. I'm not gonna do any cleaning right now because I got up and sat and had coffee with Greg for a while, and then I'm like, okay. He's like, honey, I bet you it's killing you just sitting here for a while. I'm like, I know, it's getting closer to 9 o'clock and I haven't done anything yet. So it taught me good patience to just sit there, enjoy the moment, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start now. So all I did was make some smoothie here for the kids for breakfast, and I'll show you that. Real simple. And then we have egg cups in the refrigerator still from when I made them on Monday, so they can have those for breakfast. And I plan on making a lunch, a dinner tonight, and then a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for tomorrow, and we're gonna throw some treats in there. I'm like, okay. I didn't plan on doing any baking or anything this month because we have a lot of stuff, but now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to gather fragments, make something a little different things. I got a couple different recipes that are newer, and just some fun things we're gonna make today, and I'll have the girls help with that, and the boys too if they wanna help as well. So remember, we're gonna have a good day today. It's gonna be a good day. Last week might've been bad, yesterday might've been bad, last night might've been bad, but today's a whole new day. We're just gonna get up and we're gonna go, we're gonna smile, and we're just gonna push through and get it done, right? I know we got a little bit of sunshine here in the mountains. I'm hoping that stays. It was beautiful yesterday. We went to the park and walked, and I was like, ah, springtime is coming. So excited, lots of daffodils everywhere. I'm like, all right, I mean, it can still snow, but there are daffodils out there. So you know that little glimmer of springtime is coming. That's always so good to me because I love that sunshine. So we're gonna see that sunshine today. So my goal is to get all my food making done, get it done before we can get out the door and get to the park this afternoon for some exercise and fresh air and sunshine. So you ready to get going with this day? All right, we're gonna make some smoothies up, and then we're gonna work on our lunch. So here's the smoothies. This was smoothies and egg cups, and they'll eat those and be just fine. Now lunch, I'm gonna make some lentil rice casserole because my kids like it. We have been making this forever. Like, it's on my blog, it's been there forever. So I will put the recipe on the screen here, and you just add it all into you can make it on the stove, you can cook it and bake it in the oven. You can also, I'm gonna just do the pressure cooker because it's quick and fast and be done in like 20 minutes, and lunch will be done. You can have them plain. You can serve the lentils rice plain. You can put it on a tortilla, however you want to eat it. So let's mix that up now. All right, so for the lentil casserole, I was looking up, I'm like, okay, do I have everything? So it's basically lentils, 1 pound package of lentils. So since I put mine in my containers here, 1 pound package is gonna be 2 cups. So I'm gonna scoop out 2 cups. I just use the green lentils, right? Brown or green lentils. Wash your lentils beforehand. Very, very dirty. Get that, and then it's 1 cup of brown rice. I used to think, oh, it's more rice, but it's actually more lentils. So just 1 cup in there. I usually double, triple this, but I feel like I'm just gonna make 1 small batch of it. And then if we need more tomorrow, I can always make more. I always make way too much. And then we're like, okay, we don't need to eat this. And then some onions are good. You can add dried onions, you can add fresh onions, you can add frozen onions, whatever you wanna add. And then I have oregano, thyme, and garlic. So those onions are stinky. So I've got some garlic here. I'm gonna add some fresh garlic to it. It doesn't have to be thick. Now I don't have any thyme, and so I was looking in my cupboard. I'm like, what can I use? This is actually pizza seasoning. It's got garlic in it. It smells like thyme and oregano and basil. It doesn't tell me exactly what's on it, so I'm gonna add that. I feel like that'll be a good mixture in there. And then you can add, it's 6 cups of water with some chicken broth. I'm gonna do chicken bouillon for a little bit in here, and then I'm gonna pour in 6 cups of water to it, and then I'm just gonna pressurize it, and that's it. Super simple, easy meal. All right, so I'm gonna mark that one off my marker board. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. The next one is gonna be dinner tonight. And dinner tonight is gonna be a pizza night. Pizza is a great way to stretch whatever you have. You can make a meal out of nothing with pizza. So we're gonna actually just do a regular, I know I've got ham frozen, I've got bacon, I've got peppers and onions all cut up that we had tacos this week. And then I'm gonna make like a steak one, because we like ordering like the Philly cheesesteak one where it's the steak. So I've got my grass-fed butcher box steak. So I'm gonna cut this really thin and fry this up with some onions and peppers, and then use Alfredo sauce and put that in the pizza, and that'll be very good. But first I gotta make my pizza crust. So we've been using this pizza crust forever. It's delicious. It'll be all right, so when you make your pizza dough, you need to activate your yeast. Super simple. I used to back in the day, like actually get the temperature of the water and make sure it's right. If you just use hot tap water, if you can touch it with your hands, it's not scalding, it's good. If you do too hot, like boiling, it will kill your yeast. Put that in your pan, your bowl, and then you can put your yeast in there. I have bulk yeast, so I added about 2 teaspoons of that, and then if you add your sugar to it, it'll help activate that yeast. Sugar feeds on that, so that's part of that. So then when you just mix it up, let it sit here for a little bit, let it get a little bit bubbly, and then you can add your vegetable oil. I'm gonna use coconut oil, salt, mix it up, and then add your flour slowly and just start mixing it in with your hands. It's real quick and fast, and you can do this in the mixer where you don't have to touch anything, but you can mix with your hands and it goes so fast as well. Okay, so as you're mixing up your pizza dough, you saw me just add a little bit at a time. The thing I made as a mistake as a new housewife 20 something years ago, I would have added, it said 7 cups of flour. I would have added all 7 cups and mixed it in and went, why is this so hard? I've learned to go slow on this area. So I also added some pizza seasoning. If you want your pizza crust, oh, Maxine jumping up the mountain. Ruby's out there. We've had a raccoon. Oh, let me show you. Let me show what we had. This was 2 nights ago. Ruby is a red-boned coonhound. What a red-boned coonhound does is they tree raccoons. That's what they're bred to do. That's what they do. We don't do it. I remember at one time, I think when she was a puppy, someone gave us a raccoon tail. I'm like, okay. And so she, you know, she like tore that apart. And so I guess you're supposed to, like Greg was showing me videos of people taking these things on like strings, like fishing strings, and pulling them around the yard and letting the dog chase them or scent them or whatever the dogs do. So we never really did too much treeing because we don't hunt with Ruby. But let me add more flour. But that's what she likes to do. So the last few nights, our trash cans have been dumped out and over, and we haven't had that issue in a long time. I'm like, that's really weird, because usually Ruby's outside, but it has been colder, so she's inside at night. She doesn't mind staying at night. We have a nice comfy bed for her, and she sleeps outside, but when it's warm. So she likes to, you know, go through the yard and get all the stuff, but when it's cold, we let her in, obviously. And she lets us know. She'll stand at the door and bark and be like, it's time for bed, and I'm ready, and she climbs in. And she gets all snuggly. But anyways, so we've had this raccoon coming and getting to our trash. It's been dumped out every night. And so she, the other night I was like, oh, she was barking like crazy on the porch. And I thought it was a possum that she had got up on the gutter. I'm like, oh, that poor little possum. Well, it ended up being a raccoon. So I'll show you that clip right here. This one? Yeah. Look what Ruby got. There's a little possum, or not possum, raccoon. Ruby's a coonhound, so she's got the raccoon on the corner of the house, like in the rain gutter. So that raccoon's just gonna be sitting there all night long, because Ruby is not going. Are you a good girl? That's what you do. You're a coonhound. She goes after raccoons. So yeah, there's a raccoon. If that light wasn't there, I could see. It's like blinding. I would walk outside, but you know, just in case there's a mama come around the corner or something. Look at Ruby. She's like, I'm gonna stand here and bark. She's a coonhound. That's what she, oh, there she is. She's like, oh, good job, Ruby. That's your job. She's like, what? This raccoon's been getting her trash the last few days. Good job, Ruby. She's a good girl. Good job, Ruby.
She's like, I'm just gonna stare at this thing.
So yeah, she was doing her job. She barked and barked and barked, and eventually she just grew tired of it, and we, you know, I let her inside, and she came in. She came in happily, and then that raccoon got down, but I was like, oh, you poor raccoon. Don't, watch out for that. Watch out for that big old doggy. So I know Maxine's been out there sniffing. She was just running up the little side of the mountain here, but Ruby's like, it's good. So they're at the door here. So back to pizza crust. So you can add some, if you want really good pizza dough, like if you, okay, so I like Pizza Hut's pizza crust. They used to make something called, there goes the pressure cooker, 15 minutes and lunch is done. They used to make a, I think it was called Sicilian pizza. I don't even know. It's been a long time since, I mean, we don't eat at Pizza Hut that much, but I remember getting the pizza crust and it was so good. But then I realized that they just put some spices. I'm just adding flour to my, a little bit, sprinkling it to my pizza dough. They just added spices to the dough. So if you add a little bit of garlic, basil, and oregano, I just added that little jar of Penzeys pizza seasoning. I got this as a gift. So it just doesn't back spices and garlic, but it definitely tastes like pizza spices. So that would make your pizza dough like stand out way above anything else. So that's what you can do. But when you make your pizza dough, just add your flour really slowly. Now we have now white pizza dough is the greatest. It's fluffy, it's awesome. I like to use white wheat flour. I have a little bit of this in here. I do have some in my freezer, but I had this in here. So I used about 3 cups of that and mix that in. And then I added the rest of white flour. You can do all the white wheat flour. I just don't have tons, but I do have a lot of white flour, and I just don't want to do just white flour because it's not that good for you. So I mix mine in there. So this is good to do. And then I just keep taking little handfuls of flour and sprinkling it, and you just kind of keep kneading it. You don't have to do a whole lot. You basically take the dough and you flip it back together. Let me show you and I'll talk you through it here. You basically take it, right, and you flip it back. Oh, so see, there's a little bit of sticky. So that means too sticky. That means get a little bit of flour and sprinkle it so that when you push it, it doesn't. And then take the next corner and flip it over again. So that's a little sticky there too. So every time you find a sticky spot, put a little bit of flour, not tons, you can keep it on the side, and keep kneading it to the middle of the bowl. You can just do one hand so that both your hands don't get covered. So there's a little bit, see how it's still sticky on the bottom? So I'm gonna put that over here and touch it because I got flour all over my hands. And just keep kneading it over. And that's still sticky. Sprinkle. So just keep kneading that on there like that. Then when you get a nice doughy ball, you just let it sit. So that when it's mixed in, you do about, like the recipe says, 7 cups. So you just mix in that 7 cups, and then you just kind of let it, you want it to be kind of spongy, like you push it. Let me show you that. When you push like a finger into it, that was even a little too sticky. So when you stick your hand, see how it can bounce back a little bit? That's what you want it to do. So this is gonna sit. You can cover this right now. I have a bread setting in my oven. I can actually put in there and let it rise up that way. But I'm gonna be using everything, so I'm just gonna stick it over here on the stove where it's gonna be warmer and just let it sit, because I will roll this out into pizza pans in a little bit and I'll let it rise on the pizza pan. So this will be done. So the pizza crust is done. That's the hardest part. It's not super hard. It took you like 5 minutes to do. So, all right, I'm gonna mark this off my list. All right, so my pizza crust is rising back here. I'm gonna make, now I'm gonna go on to tomorrow's breakfast. See this, I'm working in a pattern. Tomorrow's breakfast, I was gonna make a breakfast pizza, which I think would be good. But I feel like it's nice to have the individual, like we have those ham and egg cups I made on Monday, and those are great just to pull out and just let the kids eat those for breakfast. And so I think I'm gonna do somewhat the similar, but more in the egg cup because it's easy. So even though I'm making crust, I have these crescent rolls, and I have 2 packs of these left. So we're gathering fragments, we're using these up. So I'm gonna take one of these, smush it in the bottom of my pan, and then I've got, this is really good. This was the great, when was this? One of these like $1 or 50 cents. They were so cheap. Remember, I got them at the discount store, and it tastes so good. So I'm gonna sprinkle some of this in there, and then I'm gonna take some eggs and scramble them, because some kids don't like the whole egg versus the scrambled egg. I don't know, is there a difference? I guess in the kids' mouth there is. So then I'm gonna scramble them up, and then I'll pour it on top of the mixtures to have my little egg cups, and then maybe sprinkle with a little bit of cheese. So that will be good that way. Then it'll be like a little breakfast pizza, but in an egg cup form. That's good. So crescent rolls, sausage, and egg. That'll work. All right, so we're gonna do that right now. mixing my eggs up here. One good thing, like people are just like, how can you plan for the whole month and make sure you have enough? Like we haven't gone back shopping at all, and normally I would have. I just make sure that we don't plan, like we're out of milk. We still have almond and coconut milk, and that actually will stay longer than regular milk, but I did buy the yogurt, so we have the extra yogurt at the end of the month where we didn't have that in the beginning as much. And so if you need ways to stretch your monthly food, like what do? I always make sure I get plenty of eggs, because eggs are a stretcher. You can buy a box of eggs, this eggs is like $4. This can be a whole lot of meals. You can make omelets with it, you can do French toast, you can just do eggs for dinner, eggs, and if you have bread and put it in the freezer at the beginning of the month. I don't have any bread, I'm completely out. So it's, you know, it's not that I can't go to the store and get stuff, it's just about gathering up what you do have. So we're being very creative. So I had those crescent rolls, and then you saw that it only filled up half of the muffin tray. So what I did is I put some silicone liners, because if you just bake that in the oven, those little holes will get burned. And so if you want to put water in there to fill that spot, go ahead, but put something in there, otherwise it will just burn. You don't want that to happen. So, but we'll do those silicone liners. I have a lot of those because you guys are awesome, and someone sent me some extra ones at Christmas time, and then I got some from Lauren and from Greg as well. So I have plenty of those, and we can just keep them in there and put those in the freezer or refrigerator, because we're gonna be eating this up the next couple days. So this is just about having the breakfast, because I don't like getting up and making breakfast at all. That's one of I like doing a whole lot of food, but I do not like getting up early and making breakfast for everybody. I will for a video because we're doing this, but I don't like doing it like on a normal basis, so I like to have it in the refrigerator ready to go. Just like today, I heated up an egg cup and I ate that for breakfast. Heated some up for Steven and Jensen, and then they have a smoothie, and it's done. Just put it in the microwave. So, all right, so whisk this all up. I did 12 eggs. Figured I have 24 cups, so figure about half, so 12 obviously, and that's about right. And then just kind of, you know, pour it in there. You'll see if you, I'm just gonna guess here and hope that's enough, but I feel like I can't fill it up all the way. But I know how much roughly an egg will fill, so doing about half, and then you kind of check it and go, okay, I can mix up a couple more. So that's how you know you got enough. All right, I did it in a measuring cup, so it's easy to pour into the pan. So we're gonna do that. So as you're pouring your egg mixture, that was about 2 cups, and I'm down to about 1 cup. So, but I know I'm about on track, so I'll have to be a little bit skimpier on this one because it's a little bit below 1, but that's how you gauge it. Okay, so I've got my egg cups going in the oven, and then what I'm starting to do, so that'll be breakfast will be done. Lunch tomorrow is gonna be that broccoli pasta recipe. Remember I told you the Cake House, Cake Boss's wife made it? It's basically broccoli. Use fresh broccoli. I don't have fresh, I have frozen. So I'm gonna use frozen broccoli, onions, garlic, and you saute them, and you just, it's salt and pepper. It's super simple and easy with pasta, and it tastes so good, and Parmesan cheese. Love it. So that'll be a good lunch. So I'm boiling water for that over there. And then over here, I'm gonna make egg roll in a bowl because I have a whole head of cabbage and I have breakfast sausage. So I'm gonna do that. And then when I was going through my pantry to see what I had bought this. Remember, the discounts are for $4. Vanilla soft serve ice cream. It was $4. Now, is this gonna work? I don't know, because I have a ice cream maker. But I'm assuming it could make like soft serve. So the directions are obviously to make all of it up, but it says mix bucket to 8 quarts with cold tap water. So I assume all of this is for 8 quarts. So mine is a 2 quart. So I'm gonna like imagine this in half and imagine in half again. And I'm just gonna mix up about 2 quarts of this in the mixing bowl. It says to whisk it up and pour it in the ice cream maker. We're gonna make it. Jensen is here. He's gonna try it out. He's gonna see if it's any good. Because that takes a while to do. So I'm gonna mix that up right now and get that going while this stuff's boiling. All right, pizza dough is ready. I got some noodles in the water boiling, so I thought, you know what, I'll do this real quick, get the pizza on the pans. You can put cornmeal down so it doesn't stick. I'm just gonna spray them today because I don't want to get my cornmeal out. All right, so I did not set a timer, and I was like, I need to check those. Yeah, they were almost there, definitely done. One little burned on the side, but they look good. I got dough on my hands. That's it, little things. I'll let them cool, and then I'll put them in a container in the refrigerator. All right, woo, there we go. All right, multitasking. Got all my dishes washed, so you're gonna see a pile because I'm washing as I go. Now the noodles are done. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. I like grapeseed oil. That's what I always switch to because I heard that was better. And then I had a friend tell me that on here that when they made this dish, they used olive oil, and they said it was a whole lot better. So then the one friend that always used the grapeseed oil, I saw her cook, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, you're using olive oil? And she's like, oh, I just use different kinds. So I'm like, okay, so I can use different kinds. So I've got this cooking. Where's my onions? Hold on. Normally you should chop up some onions right now, but I have a lot of freezer onions, so I'm glad to use those up. Just because it's easier right now, and I'm trying to hurry and get this done. So you're gonna put a little bit of onion in here. Let me get a. This is a great tasting dish. So you're gonna put a little bit of onion in here. And there's like 3 noodles stuck to the bottom. So we're just gonna do, we're gonna let that saute. I'm gonna add some garlic in here. I do these recipes by memory, so hopefully I remember. I'm excited because I'm getting down to like the end of my remains of groceries. I mean, I still have freezer stuff, but like my grocery stuff where I can do a huge, I'm gonna do a big giant freezer meal. I'm getting down to where there's a whole lot of fragments are gone, so I'm excited because then I can justify going shopping and getting like a bunch of stuff to do some freezer meals. So that's coming up, but for now we're just gonna get creative here with our meals. So I basically put frozen broccoli in there, onions, and garlic, and I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. Like cooking with olive oil, like I know we had those, remember those meal order kits come to your house? Can't remember the one I used, but I did try it, and it was more organic, but they cooked everything with olive oil and salt and pepper, and I was like, oh, is this what people eat? I just never cooked so much with salt and pepper and olive oil. We just never did. I guess it's just different. I guess I never, like, I know I use chicken bouillon and a lot of things, but I never use a lot of salt and pepper for flavoring. I guess salt and pepper is better than chicken bouillon, but I guess a lot of people cook with that, so we are just gonna, and it tastes great. It's like simple and plain, so I am just gonna let this kind of, I'm gonna turn down a little bit so it's not burning. Let that broccoli cook. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'm just gonna add the pasta to it. It's so simple. Alright, so this is all cooked up here. The broccoli's got a little bit of liquid left because it was frozen. I put the lid on it. I'm going to mix it with my pasta. Okay, so this tastes delicious. This is simple. Now, I was always a big fan of buying Parmesan cheese in a can, which is like garbage Parmesan cheese. I just had to buy that, excuse me. Buy it a little, pay it a little bit extra and get this, if you can. If you can't, I understand, but they have this finely shredded, I don't know, maybe it's $2 for this. You don't need much, it tastes delicious. I just used up these 2 because I'm not gonna be making this dish anymore, and that is what I specifically bought it for. So, this is done now. This will be lunch tomorrow. I'm gonna let this sit out for a little bit, then I'll cover it, put it in the refrigerator. I'll have lunch done tomorrow. So my pizza crusts are cooking in the oven. So what I think I'm gonna do now is, I'm looking to see. Okay, so my oven is cooking with the pizza in the oven, but I'm gonna mix up, I'm gonna actually make pierogi. Again, we liked making those pierogies last time. They tasted good. Now I know how to fry them up in butter, salt and pepper, and bacon. I'm like, that'll be good. So I've got some sausage. I'm thinking I'll chop that up and have that with pierogies for dinner tomorrow. So I'm gonna make a batch of pierogies. So I pulled out, remember I cooked all those potatoes and froze them? Pull up my mashed potatoes right here. I'm gonna realize to put less potato filling in there, the better. Don't overstuff it. I mean, don't make them huge. They're better to be smaller. I'm learning. So I'm gonna mix up, I just went to the King Arthur website, That's easy enough. And it's 2 cups of flour, a half a cup of salt, an egg, half a cup of sour cream, and butter. I think that's good. And then that's your filling. We can do this. Okay, I'm gonna double that though because, okay, I'm gonna double the recipe. Just mix it up. I'm gonna use my white and wheat flour for this. All right, so you saw I added a little bit of water to that. Remember how I told you not to add all your flour at first? Well, this is pretty good, an easy recipe, but I added wheat flour. Wheat absorbs more than the white would. So that's why I just added a little bit of water to it just to make it moist. It's gonna sit for a little bit. While that's sitting, I'm gonna mix up some pumpkin muffins.
Did you pack the flashlight, the blanket, and the mat? It's a real adventure, the trail you're looking at. I'm glad you came. For a while I thought you might be bailing. Is that the same yellow shirt you used to wear? But 1,000 years seem like almost no time now. This guitar right here, do you still remember how I played for you? I was crappy but you sang along, and I thought you knew I could die to keep you near. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble again. That stuff's got nothing on you. That one's brand new. Still it's got nothing on you tonight. I don't need to go over old and useless words. What you said, what I said, that might have made it worse. We're here again at the same spot where we kissed the first time. I swear my pain's far away, long gone by now. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble again. That stuff's got nothing on you. That one's brand new. Still it's got nothing on you tonight. Back to this, catching up what we missed, or we could just relive.
Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna mix up some, I have a lot of apples chopped up in the freezer that we had from the summer, and I still have fresh apples that we probably aren't gonna eat. So I'm gonna make apple to apple cake, and I'm actually gonna make apple pie squares to use them up. All this stuff will be eaten up within the next week. I can freeze them. So this is apple to apple cake, very simple. I don't know if I'll do a cake or if I'll do muffins. We're gonna see, but right now I'll mix it up.
Summer night, for all the care we can spend, the firewood till it's end. Nobody's gonna force the morning. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble again. That star's got nothing on you. That one's brand new. Still it's got nothing on you tonight. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who left, get in trouble.
All right. Okay, so we're waiting on the muffins in the oven. So we've already mixed up our apple to apple cake. I'm gonna make that into pumpkin muffins. So we're gonna do, Jensen's here. He's gonna help me. He's up here, his hand. He's gonna help me mix up. There it is. Some. We're gonna make a cheesecake. I haven't made cheesecake in like probably 15 years. Long time, but I have 2 cream cheese and I have graham cracker crumbs. So we're gonna mix them up, and then we're gonna put it inside. I even have a springform pan to make it. So we're gonna make that and bake that too. So we're gonna mix that up right now.
I was reading magazines all night. Yeah, some people always talk their way through fights, but I grew up with bruises on these hands. I need something else to understand.
so we are getting done. The oven is just taking a while to bake everything. The ice cream turned out, so let me show you.
Stretchy ice cream.
They call it stretchy. I think Brooklyn said that's a thing in New York. Because I don't have obviously a machine, but it looks like, so it's stretchy a little bit, but it tastes like soft serve ice cream. So I'm gonna make. They're gonna eat this, and then we're gonna make another batch up because I have a whole lot of that there.
Don't put the spoons in there.
And then what I'm gonna do right now, you saw the cheesecake. Okay, so the cheesecake, it said on the thing to mix the sugar and the cream cheese first, then the eggs. I added the eggs first, and it made it clumpy. Not much I can do, I don't have any more cream cheese. So don't do that. Add the sugar and cream cheese first, then the eggs, and mix it slow. So that's ready to go in the oven, just waiting on the oven. I'm gonna make apple pie squares, so I did 2 pie crusts, I'm gonna do 3 in the bottom of the pan and push that out and put my chopped apples on it.
Down the road, maybe not enough to carry the load. Reason put aside, just two worlds that collide in the end. Maybe it's a hard thing to conceive, maybe just a dream too good to believe. But I'll be waiting here for you. I'll give you all the love I can make. Everything I had you can take, girl. But I'll never be more than I was born to be. If you can live with that, then you can live with me. Give anything to stand there beside you. Be the one that you can confide to. Hold you in my heart when you're falling apart. Maybe that's just the time that we never start. Oh no.
All right, so I let the pie crust, you saw, let me shut that. I ended up doing 4 pie crust. You might have been able to do 3 if you really stretched it, but I just did 4. Just put them in the microwave for a few minutes and they get kind of way too soft, and then roll them out. I did not, when I put them in the bottom of my pan, I should have done that, rolled it, but that's okay. The real recipe would be to sprinkle some crushed cornflakes in the bottom. It helps like absorb some of that liquid. I didn't have cornflakes. Actually, I had sweetened cereal, but it had strawberries in it, so I thought that'd be weird. So I just put it in there. It'll be like apple pie, basically thin, and then you're gonna put like a confectionery sugar and water mixture on top, and it'll be like a glaze. So my apple ones came out of the oven too. What I'm gonna do now, I think, is mix up my pierogies and make those, because that'll be another flour mess to get done right now. And then the only thing I do is egg roll in a bowl, and then my toppings for my pizza, which will be real simple. So we're getting done. It's going. We got so much good stuff. Alright, so I always forget that the apple dapple cake is an actual cake. So it's a little bit lighter, so I should have added a little bit more flour to wouldn't stick. It was okay. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just gotta be a little more careful, so. Alright, let's keep moving on with our pierogies now.
Don't mind the way I won't play, don't like the game, 'cause I will stay and I will wait for you. and I will wait for you.
Okay, so we're getting things done. It's awesome. I'm trying to hurry. I gotta be to Jaden at 1:30. So I'm like, I can do this. I'm almost done. Waiting on the cheesecake. You want it to be 165 to 170. Is that gonna be super dark? For your sorry, don't wanna get on me, not the window. For your cheesecake. So what I'm gonna do right now, my sausage is cooked. So I cut up the cabbage. This is super simple. You're gonna add soy sauce to the bottom. Nothing exact. Sesame seed oil. This one is the Imperial Dragon's really strong, so I'm going to add a little bit less, and then I'm going to add ginger to it. And just let this heat up, taste it. Tastes good. Then I'm going to add the cabbage on top, and then just let it simmer. It'll be perfect. I'm boiling water right now for pierogies. Apple pies in the oven, and the cheesecake, and then that will be the end of my food. Actually, I just got to chop up some meat real quick for pizza, but it'll be super simple. So we're going to wait on this. All right, so my water's almost boiling. I just went through my freezer. Have you ever had everybody always asks me, have you ever had a freezer fail where your family just did not like something you made? And I said, not usually. Yeah, actually I have. You know what my family does not like that I made a ton of? If you guys look back and see my video I made with Jam Morrell in November, I believe it was, we did freezer meals, breakfast and lunch and snacks. Well, I made a whole lot of twice baked potatoes, like a lot of them. I don't even know. I probably had 10, 15 quart bags, a lot. Awesome. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, I knew the kids didn't love potatoes, not all of them, but I was like, what's the noise? I knew the kids didn't love potatoes, but I was like, oh, maybe they'll like them. And I knew Jaden liked potatoes, but shortly after that, Jaden stopped eating cheese. Well, every single one of those potatoes had cheese in them. So I was like, oh, who's gonna eat this? So I have tried to redo them, like mix them up again and do like a twice baked potato, mashed potato. I've tried a lot of things. Where's my big spoons? Where are my spoons here? So I've tried a lot of different ways of making them, and like nobody has eaten them, nobody. So I have to say I felt really bad throwing all of those potatoes out. I just put them in the trash. I was like, I hate doing that. I hate throwing that much food away. I really do. But they're like very much freezer done, and so just not good. So yes, twice baked potatoes do not do well in my family. Maybe they will one day, but as of right now, they're not anybody's favorite, so I threw them away. I saved these ones. I know I like the sweet potato ones. I didn't even know I had these in there. Sweet potatoes, salsa, corn, black beans, and Monterey Jack cheese. I'll put these in the freezer, and I will eat those because I do like that. But like I said, we are not a potato family, so I just threw a ton away. Wish I had chickens. I'd be throwing them in with the chickens, but I don't. All right, ooh, turn that roll the bowl down. All right, so we're getting there. Cheesecake is brown. I'm gonna take the cheesecake out right now. Let me show you this here. Right there. All right, so the cheesecake is out, that's done. I'm just cooking the apple pie. I just turned it to 375. We put red and white sprinkles on it. You want that hard, crispy sugar on top. It just makes it taste better. It'll just look red, but it'll be fine. We're just doing with what we got. So the pierogies are cooking here. You just let them boil until they come to the surface. Once they come to the surface, they are done. So I'm gonna scoop these ones out. That went really fast. And then we'll end up frying them. Ooh, these ones are separating and opening. All right, I'm learning. Got a few more in here. And we're almost on time. The only other thing I gotta do is chop up some onions and the steak I have. And then I'm going to do, for the pizza, we're gonna do like a Philly cheesesteak pizza tonight with our other one. So I pulled out pizza sauce here so it can thaw. Totally forgot. Put that on the oven here where it's nice and hot. Let's see. Oh, did my oven turn down? I'll get back. 375. I was like, did I turn that down? So these are done, and I'll fry these with some bacon and butter because that makes it delicious, and onions. And that will be dinner tomorrow with some sausage. We're just gonna do brats, so that'll be really simple. So I'll have that tomorrow and this. And I got all my stuff done, which is awesome. So I'm on track. It's 1:05. I gotta be out the door at 1:20, 1:25, and I think I'll make that. So we're getting there. Oh, this is gonna need a little bit of water. All right, so the pierogies are getting done. I'm gonna have to get out the door, so I'm gonna chop my onion real quick and have my peppers and my steak. I'm gonna chop it real thin and just put it in the pan. We're gonna go park real quick, and then when we get back, I'll fry that up. That'll be our topping for part of our pizza. And then I can fry my pierogies, and that's gonna be done, and we're gonna be done. I can't wait to get outside. Forgot that I was putting this on pizza, so you want to chop this a little bit smaller. So I'm just using scissors. I should probably do a knife really quick. This is Butcher Box's grass-fed beef flat iron steak. Don't forget, right now they have, if you sign up with them, they have 2 pounds of ground beef for life right now in their special. And I got a link below in the video description if you want to get yourself some really good meat. As you see, it's really, really good meat. So I'm just going to keep chopping here. And then we will be frying this up. Scissors are amazing. All right, my pierogies should be done over there. And then we are gonna be heading over to the park. All right, so I gotta take a quick break, grab my phone, grab my keys, and get out the door. Everything is shut off. The food is here. We're gonna go run real quick to the park, get some walking in, and get Jaden. All right, we went to the park. It was beautiful. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's decent. How's that word say? Decent. There it is. Oh, look at Maxine. Watch this. Listen to her. Listen to her. Ruby just wants to kiss her. Maxine's so mean. Maxine, be nice to Ruby. Ruby, where's Ruby? Oh, look at the good puppy Ruby. Everybody's been looking for you. Wondering where you are. Oh, she's like, I'm going for the bears. I got him. Maxine, come on. No, let's go. Come on, let's go in the house. You ready to come? She's like, I got this. All right, we're going this way. All right, back inside.
Back inside. I love how we can just like...
Back inside, back to food, Jade. You coming to help with food?
No.
No, Jane's already. Oh, look who's here. It's Bear. Hello, Bear. My phone's beeping.
Is that
all right,
what that is?
we're going in. All right, so it has been a busy day. New apron, ready to finish up my meal for the day here. Shut this cover. It's been busy, had some phone calling, a bunch of stuff going, but everything is coming. I'm frying up my meat right now with my onions, and then when that's done, I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna cook my pierogies for tomorrow. The kids, we just came, it's 3 o'clock, they just had lunch. I know, what a good mommy. So they ate that right now, and then I've got my egg roll and bowl. Our cheesecake looks great. Let me show you all the delicious stuff we got. This is the lentils and rice, so that's almost gone. They like that. That was lunch, so that's gone. Here is the egg roll in a bowl. That's all done. Here's the cheesecake. That looks delicious. Here's the apple pie squares. This will be good. I'll cut this up. This will be delicious with pie squares. I have a little bit of sugar over the side, so it burns, but it is still delicious. Here is pumpkin muffins. I'll be putting those away. There's the apple cake ones. Here's the pizza for today. Here is the broccoli and pasta for tomorrow. There's ranch. Here's all the egg cups. I put those all in a container, so those are in there for breakfast. So, and here is the, right here, this is frying up peppers and onions. So this is going good. Let me turn that way down. Let's turn that way down. So this is all cooked. This is what we put on top of the pizza. This will be really good. So that's perfect. Here's my pierogies. As soon as this is done, I'm going to empty this and fry up the pierogies in here. There's the pizza sauce. So I'm going to get, I think right now what I'm going to do is get my pizzas out and put the sauce on them. And maybe put some cheese on them, and then I'll kind of know what I'm going to put for toppings. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, so this is frying away. You guys mentioned about doing, I just did onions and butter, and then you guys could put bacon in there. So I'm like, ooh, bacon would make it way flavorful. Way more flavor. So I just took the bag of bacon that I had in my freezer that we already cooked it the month or whatever I'm going to make it for and put in here. So now this is fried up good. This will be a lot of good, delicious, yummy deliciousness. So I'm going to put the pierogies in and let them cook. I got my oven warming up, so this is good. So even though it's taking me an all day long event here, but I still have the rest of the evening, so I'm going to try to get these fried up here and then make my pizzas and then put those in the oven, and that'll be the last thing I have to do in this kitchen, which is good. So besides putting all the food away into the containers, but we can do that. That's no big deal. Oh, this is going to be delicious. Oh yes. Pan fried. I'm liking these pierogies. This is like my new favorite. I just need to perfect them a little bit. So these will be delicious. Put them all in here, let them fry up a little bit, and then I'm going to save this for tomorrow. And then this will be tomorrow's dinner with, I'll just put this in a pan. And this will be tomorrow with some, we have, I think it's sausage. And it might be like a brat, but we can fry those up. And then it'll be easy dinner. So we don't have to worry about dinner tomorrow, which is good. So it's good to prepare for a few days. Oh yeah, these are looking delicious. Oh, you don't see all this. Here we go. Putting this all in a pot. So let me show you what it looks like. Oh my goodness, homemade pierogies? Where have I been my whole life? These are so good. Oh yeah, you were right. I can see dipping in sour cream, how they'd be delicious. So good. Oh, delicious. So my filling, I didn't even do like cheesy or flavorful. It's very much just plain potatoes. And even frozen mashed potatoes, you know how they are. They're not the greatest heated up, but you don't really notice that in here because of all the delicious outside. So, oh, you need to make yourself some pierogies. So good. So I will have this tomorrow with these cheddar sausage. So I'm just gonna set this right on top. That's my oven saying I'm ready. I'm just put this on top, put this in the refrigerator. So this is dinner. So lunch, so breakfast tomorrow is gonna be my crescent roll cups. That'll be delicious. And then lunch will be our broccoli pasta. That'll be lunch, and then this will be dinner. I'll just heat this up, fry these in the pan. It'll be super simple. That's done. Plenty. Or we can have an egg roll in a bowl. That's just in there for if anybody wants something besides this stuff. That's why I make that, because I have to use it up and somebody will eat it. So now I'm gonna make the pizzas up for dinner tonight. So let me put these in the refrigerator, put my egg roll in a bowl in the refrigerator, and then we'll get pizzas made.
Sunny day in late July and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special. He said he wanted to take it slow, but I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight.
All right, so I've been putting stuff away. So the last thing I want to mix is some more whipping cream for my coffee. So I did this the other day and really, really enjoyed it. So I'm going to make another little batch here in my glass jar for coffee. All right, pizzas are coming out of the oven. I put pepper jack cheese because I thought it would be something different. We haven't been eating that, so that's perfect. Pizza's melting, looking good. So now I've got my refrigerator full of food made. Breakfast, leftover lunch. I pulled these out of the freezer. I have like 7 of those. That's in there. Here's some leftover veggies. That is egg roll in a bowl. I have these spring roll wrappers. I guess, I don't know what I was thinking, that they'd be like egg roll wrappers. Basically, you dip them in warm water and then wrap boiled seafoods or cooked meat around it and then dip it, but I feel like I don't like that. But if somebody wants to with the egg roll in a bowl, they are more than welcome to. I'm gonna pull out applesauce for dinner. That's the broccoli. Carrots, we're gonna have carrots to use up. That's dinner tomorrow. There's like leftovers we had last night. In here is I put the muffins in here. So here's the apple, here's the chocolate chip pumpkin, here's the cheesecake they can have, here is soup for me. This is gonna be for Greg on Saturday while we go dress shopping. So I know it's a few days away, but I thought I'll get it out so it can start thawing. It won't take that long, and then we can make it into a pressure cooker. I'll probably put it down there. So I'll just put it down there so I can pull that out. So that's it. All right, so I'm marking everything off my marker board here. So now what I'm gonna do is a good cleanup of the kitchen, wipe everything down. I got my Cool Whip done. I gotta put a lid on there. I'm gonna Cool Whip whipped cream, and then I'm gonna wipe everything down, get it cleaned up so I can be out of this kitchen and finish my day. Here's the pizzas. They look delicious. This is gonna be dinner tonight. Wonderful. All right. It is a nice day outside. A little bit of cloud. All right, what a great day. Let me go down here. The sun shines a little bit better down here. There we go, there is some light. So I think I always like record little clips. Like last night, it was a beautiful pink sky. I'm gonna show that now. Ooh, Autumn just said, Mom, look outside. Look how pretty. Beautiful night.
I was just like, look outside.
It's beautiful. We don't vlog at night, so.
Sometimes the sunset comes over here and then
Yes.
it expands over here.
That's so pretty. So
Really, the two twins have to be right next to each other? Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of cool.
I see it too.
Mine is a pool noodle.
Beautiful. Wasn't that so pretty? Oh, so nice. My kids run upstairs like, oh, Mom, look outside. So, oh my goodness, it has been, I feel like my neck is all twisted. It has been a busy day, but a good day. I didn't get started till late. It really does pay to get up early and get things done. Like, I know if I started at 5, my day would be done by now. But I didn't start until 9 today, I know. And it's not that I did get up, but I just didn't. I had to work on some other things, and that I didn't get to start working on my food and stuff. So it put me a little bit behind. So I am done. Oh my goodness. I feel good. I'm like out of the kitchen. The robot was running this morning when the girls did it earlier, but I just did it again in the floor because it was, the kitchen has, I'm gonna sit down. Can I sit down? I can sit down. The kitchen floor has stuff still on it from when I cleaned up and that. So now I'm done. I'm like, oh my goodness, tired? We're not tired. I feel good. Do you feel good after working a whole day? Like, it was a good day. And we got to walk, so that was a positive. Getting out makes all the difference. I was just talking to my mom, and they live in Michigan, and it's snowing there right now, and so she's like, oh, so pretty and peaceful and staying inside. And I'm like, oh, as much as snow is pretty, because it is pretty, it makes the ground pretty and everything. And I said, I realize how much I really like the sunshine so much better. So being that last week with sickness, and then it had a little bit of snow and cold, and then we didn't get outside at all, it just made like, oh my goodness, it felt like you were just going to like crawl out of your skin because you couldn't get outside, especially if your kids are home. I think it's different maybe if they're in school because they get out and go to school. But since they're not here, come Ruby. Let's see Ruby. Hello, Ruby. Good morning. Oh, she said, I'm gonna push you over, Mama. Hello, Ruby. She says, I'm gonna come in the shot. Okay. No kissing in my ear. Okay, no, she won't. She's a big slobbery dog. We were looking, she was in the window, and she's had her big, she's got jowls, and she's got these big giant drools that come out of her mouth. I'm always like, oh, it is. Sometimes she gets so excited that that stuff wraps around her snout. I'm like, oh, Ruby, disgusting. She's a happy dog, so that's good. So it's good. So anyway, so talking about being outside, it's so much nicer to get outside and just, is she gonna ruin my time outside here? I'm gonna have to walk down here. I'm actually gonna walk down here because I'm not gonna be able to close my video because she's gonna bark. You know, Ruby starts, she doesn't go here, she goes, she's like, I'm coming. No, she's not following me. Well, you're gonna follow me wherever I go, so you can just bark, right? She's like, I'm gonna make your life miserable. Ruby, she's so fun. So anyways, okay, I'll stand right here. Yes, and so just being outside, it makes a little, like right now, I'm all barefoot outside, even though it's like 55, it's just so much nicer to be able to get outside and get some fresh air. And so if you can't get outside, just step outside for a minute. Get out just a little bit if you can, just to get a little, open your windows maybe, open windows a little bit, that might help a little bit too. So, okay, so I am done with food, thank the Lord for today and tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So what, Ruby? I have to keep walking. So what I do on Thursday is, that is my day to film 3 videos in that day, and so I will be filming my Abundantly Blessed and Less Stuff More Life. You're gonna come this way? Yes you are, because you're good. Abundantly Blessed, Less Stuff More Life, and my Homemaking with Amy. So I do 3 videos in one day. So tomorrow will be a busy day because 3 videos do take time to record and film and edit and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So having dinner done will make it a whole bunch different. And then we got snacks, tons of snacks to eat because, like I said, we're at the end of the month of groceries, and it's kind of like, oh, so to have something a little bit different, yummy, is always makes things better. So, and then we will be set for Friday because we're going to be doing something special that day. We'll have leftovers, I'm sure. No, we're not special, just leftovers. And then Saturday I'll make that sausage with beans and rice for Greg because he's going to be watching little kids while we go dress shopping. So I'm so excited. So it's just going to be a good rest of the week. So now what I'm going to do, it's about 5 o'clock right now, and so my night, it's going to take me about 2.5 hours to work on this video. That's just how long videos take to work on, just so you know. YouTube videos, they don't just happen real quick. they do take time to do. So those, I'll be working on this for probably about 2.5, 3 hours tonight. It's 5 right now, so it's gonna take me a while. And then what I'm gonna do is, we still have school because I didn't get all the school done, so I will work on that as well. The little bit of chores, I'm gonna have the girls come up, they're gonna wash dishes. I clean up the kitchen just so have me something in my video. They are gonna put the dishes away. We have to clean out the robot vacuums. It's on my Wednesday list of what to do. And fill boys' bathroom with toilet paper. I wrote that down. So they're gonna do that, and it'll be it. And Lauren wanted to play Ticket to Ride tonight, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this done so that I can play Ticket to Ride. And then tomorrow I'll start out with a whole new day of, I think tomorrow's cleaning my homemaking with Amy's gonna be cleaning out our desks in our office area. So that will get me cleaning that area up tomorrow. So I won't have to do the house because I've done it tonight, just the bathroom. I'm gonna do laundry. I'm gonna do one more load of laundry for the little boys tonight, and that's all I'm gonna do. So it's a good day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. There was a lot of gathering up fragments, a whole lot of footage of making a whole lot of delicious stuff. My favorite out of everything I sampled today were the pierogies, bacon, and onion. Oh yeah, like I cannot wait to eat, like pizza. I don't really love pizza, but I feel like I need to go get me a plate of those pierogies tonight. I just might. So that was my favorite. The dessert, I really like apple dapple cake. That's my favorite. So those, they're a little bit softer cake. I should add more flour, but still good. That's probably my favorite dessert, but I'm gonna stay away from those right now and let the kids eat those and have fun on those. So that'll be good. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I gave you some ideas for some things you can do to gather up your fragments. Remember, just kind of look in your pantry, look in your freezer. What can you come up with and make? And that's what I did. I'm like thinking in my head today, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go plan a big shopping trip to do my big giant once a month freezer meal making day, but I gotta get that going. I'm like, that's gonna have to probably be next week, but I just gotta see how life goes, because sometimes it just does not work to do it, but we're just gonna have to play it by ear and see. So I thank you guys for always watching, all your kind words, your comments, all your wonderful things you give. I'm very, very thankful for them. All your comments. If you guys leave a comment and I don't respond back, I am sorry. Leave it again if you need an answer. I go through, I get a lot. Like today I haven't done any comments, and I'm gonna go in there right now. There's gonna be about 250 comments I got to respond to. So I sometimes, like today was busy, so I'm not going to respond to everyone. I try to get the ones that have questions, try to respond back. But if I forget you and don't do something, please just rewrite me back, because I know sometimes I accidentally like fling it over and delete the comment out of my app. Like I have a YouTube app, different than, it's like a YouTube, it's something for like people that have a YouTube channel and they check the comments. So when I delete the comment, it goes away, and so then I'm like, oh gosh, where was that? And I'd have to go to the YouTube channel and search through all the comments to try to find it. So someone did ask a few questions, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm saving it for later to look up the answer. So if I don't respond, please ask again. It's not that I'm deliberately trying to ignore you. It's just that I might have just flung the comment by mistake, because I'm human and that happens. So I know today I'm gonna go in there and have to go through them real quick, because editing the video is important. Comments are important too, and I go through and read every single one. I do read every comment, but sometimes I just don't get a response to every single one. So just know that I'm reading them, and thankful for your words. Are a blessing to me, and they key encouragement to me, and to keep me going just as much as you say that I encourage you to start out with your day and keep it going. You guys encourage me with your feedback and what you like and what you do not like in these videos. So I appreciate it. All right, you guys gonna go? I'm gonna go. It's beautiful. It's so pretty with the mountain back there. I'm like, oh, I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go. Oh, here comes Chichi. Oh, this Daniel. Here comes the kitty. Let's see where he walks. Can you walk in front of the camera, Daniel? No, he's like, I'm gonna sit here and just stare at you, Mama. All right, he's the kitty. Want to see him? Daniel. Hello, kitty. He's like, I'm gone. All right, so I'm gonna go. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Get some ideas, gather those fragments, save that grocery money, and then I'm gonna see you again tomorrow for homemaking with Amy. We're gonna be cleaning out our office. Lots of papers to purges, lots of desks, things to go through, planners, all that good stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching. You guys have a great night. Okay, bye.